In a little over a week's time, you'll see the Indian team all the way in South Africa. They'll be traveling to, and you'll be seeing the Indian cricket team in action over there. What has happened over the last 24 hours is that we here at Sports Today have told you about the squad announcement that took place yesterday. It's not even been 24 hours since the squads were put out for both, all three formats for which the Indian team will be busy in, that is the Tests, the T20Is as well as the ODIs. But there are some notable omissions or exclusions, should I say, in all of those three formats as well. The three gents that you see right behind me on the screen, well, one of them happens to be playing in one format but not in the other format where you thought he'd be participating in, and I'm talking about Yuzi Chahal at the moment. The other two don't find themselves on the way or on that flight to South Africa at all. It is the veterans in Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane. Now, Harbhajan Singh, the veteran Indian cricketer, somebody who you saw very frequently here on the Sports Today platform when the World Cup was on. It was delightful for us here at Sports Today to get his insights in the World Cup as well, which recently concluded. But now Harbhajan Singh has opened up and he's not particularly happy with Yuzi Chahal playing in the ODIs but not in the T20I format. The T20I format in which he's been a purple cap holder in the IPL. He's been taken to a World Cup very recently in 2022 but wasn't given a single game. Was again seen in action in the T20I series which had taken place earlier in the year, the 5-match series that had taken place against the West Indies in the Caribbean. He's not in action in the ongoing T20I series against Australia. So lots been talked about. He's not particularly happy with the fact that Yuzi Chahal's not been taken for T20I cricket, or he's not been named for the T20I squad. What exactly has Harbhajan Singh said, not just on Yuzi Chahal, but as far as these two gents are also concerned? Next couple of minutes, stay with us. We'll tell you all about that. First, let's touch upon Yuzi Chahal. Harbhajan Singh has said that there is no Yuzi Chahal in T20s. You kept him in ODIs but not in T20Is. Lollipop de diya hai. Now, what does that translate to? That translates to him basically meaning that they've given him a lollipop to suck on, and that's all that he has right now. Now, when you make that reference, especially when you sing that in Hindi, that's to say that it's like a little bait, let's say. It's like a little thing that you offer to a child so that he stops whining, so that he stops, cribbing about it. So, it's a little lollipop that's been given to Yuzi Chahal is what Harbhajan Singh says, and that's all. It's just to pacify him. There's nothing more than that happening as far as Yuzi Chahal is concerned. What he then later on says is that we don't take him in the format where you do well, but we take him for the other formats. It's beyond my understanding. By the way, Yuzi Chahal isn't the only way who's been treated that way. And of course, you sort of think of Yuzi Chahal as a T20 specialist, which he has been. He's been a purple cap holder in the past as far as IPL is concerned. Does incredibly well for his franchise. But Yuzi Chahal's not been named in the T20 series. Now, he was participating, as I earlier told you as well. He was there in the T20I squad. In fact, he played all those 5 T20Is that India played in the West Indies. But how did he perform over there? 5 T20Is, just 5 wickets for Yuzi Chahal, and not more than 2 wickets on 2 occasions did he take. So maximum of 2 wickets we saw him take in one particular match, and that happened twice. Beyond that, he's not even gone past the 2-wicket mark. So that is as far as Yuzi Chahal's performance in the West Indies series is concerned. 5 T20Is, 5 wickets for Yuzi Chahal. But he's there in the ODIs. As far as ODIs are concerned, the last time we saw him in action, of course we know he wasn't in the ODI World Cup squad. He wasn't in the squad prior to the World Cup as well, which was the Australia series. He wasn't there in the Asia Cup as well. His ODI participation goes all the way back to the month of January, February, when you were playing against New Zealand. He played in that 3-match ODI series. But this is something that the Indian team, or rather I should say the selectors, feel it is a T20I year, but you're playing him in the ODI format. Now, who have the BCCI done that to in the past or presently are doing as well? It is Sanju Samson. He's not there in the T20Is. He too is there in the ODIs. And so often has been the case with Sanju Samson that he plays the opposite format or some other format. So if you're looking at T20I year, World Cup year, he'll be playing ODIs and the other way around. Now that was as far as Yuzi Chahal is concerned. Let's now move forward and tell you about Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane. What Harbhajan Singh has to say about these two guys not being named in the two-match test match series that's going to happen in South Africa. By the way, both Ajinkya Rahane, Cheteshwar Pujara, and even somebody like an Umesh Yadav were all there in the World Test Championship final, which had taken place in the month of June earlier this year. And this is what Harbhajan Singh had to say. He said that I think that the road is tough for a comeback, and there he is referring to Ajinkya Rahane, Cheteshwar Pujara as well as Umesh Yadav. He said that they've served Indian cricket and are renowned cricketers. They should have been informed why they are not being picked and what is a possible path for them in their careers. But he also said, Harbhajan Singh, that he doesn't think there's been any communication between the BCCI and these three players. So that's what Harbhajan Singh has to say about the exclusion, or the omission, should I say, of couple of cricketers who were there in the World Test Championship final and have been veterans of the game. All three of them, in fact, I should say, have been long-serving cricketers and have done a lot for Indian cricket. But the fact that they've not been able to make a mark of late, yes, you could argue that Ajinkya Rahane was indeed very good, or was one of the better batters that Team India had at the World Test Championship final. But we all knew all of that was there just because of the of this kind of success that he had in the IPL, which had happened earlier this year. But beyond that, Ajinkya Rahane hasn't really offered much. That is something that we know for sure. So those are the thoughts of Harbhajan Singh. His reactions, by the way, not very happy with Yuzi Chahal. In case you're joining us right now, not very happy with Yuzi Chahal not being there in the T20Is, and he feels that there should be better communication and the BCCI should make the plan very clear to both Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane as to what the future path for them could be like. What are your thoughts on the Indian team selection, on the fact that two veterans of the Indian cricket team aren't there as far as the two test matches are concerned in South Africa, and the fact that Yuzi Chahal is there in the ODIs but not in the T20Is? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. For now, I'll be taking a leave, but the coverage as far as sports is concerned does continue here on Sports Day. So stay tuned with us.